Hey Sam, you know that age-old question, what came first, the chicken or the egg? It's a paradox that has puzzled thinkers and philosophers for centuries. Some argue that the chicken must have come first in order to lay the egg. But then, the counter-argument arises asking where the chicken came from if not from an egg. It's a cycle of logic that just keeps spinning, with no clear beginning or end. But let's delve deeper into this conundrum. You see, our understanding of this question might be fundamentally altered when we consider the principles of evolution and genetic mutations. Some scientists suggest that at a certain point in time, a creature that wasn't quite a chicken, perhaps a very close ancestor, laid an egg. And within that egg, due to some genetic mutation, what hatched was a creature that we would categorize as a chicken. This theory suggests that the creature laying the egg wasn't a chicken, but the creature inside the egg was. So in a way, the egg came first. But it was not exactly a chicken egg, at least not in the way we understand it. It was an egg that contained the genetic blueprint for what we now recognize as a chicken. It's a fascinating perspective, isn't it? It portrays the chicken and the egg dilemma as not a static question with a straightforward answer, but rather as a dynamic process. It's a gradual transition, a spectrum, where the boundaries between what is chicken and what is not blur. It's a testament to the beauty and complexity of evolution. So, if we were to answer the question, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Based on this theory, we might say that the egg came first. But it wasn't exactly a chicken egg. It was a remarkable moment in the evolutionary process that led to the creation of the species we now know as the chicken. That's fascinating. So technically, it might have been the egg that came first, but not exactly a chicken egg. It's like a gradual transition. Speaking of transitions, what's your take on whether an egg is vegetarian or non-vegetarian? The culinary conundrum that has puzzled diners and philosophers alike. You see, the answer to this question isn't as straightforward as it might seem. It's a debate that delves into the nuances of dietary preferences, ethical perspectives, and even cultural and religious influences. At the heart of the matter are eggs, a rich source of protein and nutrients that have found their way into kitchens around the world. Some vegetarians include eggs in their diet, seeing them as an invaluable source of nutrition. Yet others steer clear, arguing that the consumption of eggs involves the use of animals for food, a practice that contradicts the principles of vegetarianism. What's intriguing is that this debate transcends the realm of personal beliefs and dietary choices. It ventures into the sphere of ethics, posing questions about our relationship with the natural world. Can one be a vegetarian and still consume eggs? Or does doing so blur the line between what's vegetarian and what's not? The cultural and religious influences on this debate cannot be overstated. In some cultures, eggs are considered a vegetarian food, while in others they're classified as non-vegetarian. Similarly, religious beliefs can also play a role in shaping one's stance on the issue. This brings us to the realization that our food choices are not merely about the ingredients we consume. They are a reflection of our beliefs, our values, and our cultural and religious identities. So, is an egg vegetarian or non-vegetarian? The answer, it seems, depends on who you ask. It's a question that invites us to ponder, to question, and to engage in thoughtful discourse, reminding us that the culinary world, much like life itself, is full of intriguing complexities and delightful contradictions. It's interesting how food choices can be influenced by cultural, religious, and moral factors. It's not just about the ingredients, but also the beliefs behind them. So, whether it's the chicken or the egg, or the question of eggs being veg or non-veg, it seems like we're dealing with topics that don't have straightforward answers. We've delved deep into these debates, peeling back the layers of philosophical quandaries and dietary dilemmas, only to find more layers beneath. It's like a never-ending Russian doll of questions and contemplations, each one more fascinating than the last. These discussions, while seemingly lighthearted, carry profound implications. They force us to question our understandings, challenge our beliefs, and reconsider our perspectives. They remind us that the world is not black and white, but a myriad of grays, each shade adding its own unique touch to the grand tapestry of life. And so, as we conclude, we don't leave with definitive answers, but rather with a newfound appreciation for the intricacy of life's questions. These debates remind us that life and food are complex, and our perspectives shape how we view these timeless questions.